Good afternoon. Hey out there. There we go. Isn't that silence beautiful? Well, welcome everyone. Good afternoon, students, faculty, Dr. King, and our guests. Thank each one of you for joining me this afternoon in recognizing and celebrating individuals within our Bobcat family whose dedication, talents, and perseverance have uplifted our community and who have inspired us all. The honors and awards recipients today have been selected by fellow students, faculty, and staff as individuals who have gone above and beyond, whose contributions have enriched the lives of those around them, and who have elevated our collective spirit. Today, we are privileged to shine a spotlight on those who have demonstrated excellence in their respective fields, academically, athletically, and with true humanitarian efforts. Today, we pause for just a moment in our very, very busy schedules here at the end of the year to reflect on the values that our honorees embody: integrity, dedication, creativity, and excellence. Their examples serve as beacons of motivation for all of us to pursue our dreams relentlessly and to make a positive impact on our world. To our honorees, I extend my heartfelt congratulations. Your hard work, your determination, and your unwavering commitment to excellence have not gone unnoticed. You are true inspirations, and today we take time to recognize your efforts and your accomplishments. To all of us that are gathered here today, thank you for joining us in honoring our Bobcat recipients for academic year 2024-2025. May today's ceremony serve as a reminder of the boundless potential within each of us to make a difference and to leave a lasting legacy. Let our celebrations begin. So a couple of stage directions, and theater folks, don't crucify me. I don't know what stage left and right is, but here's how we're gonna do this. So as we begin the award ceremony, I will call the presenters. Presenters, you will come up on the stairway this way, come to the podium, where you will describe the recipient of your award. The recipient will then come up the stairs here. We have these beautiful new railings. Thank you, Theater Arts Department, for installing them, and the new steps. So you're gonna come up. You'll meet here mid-stage, where the presenter will award you with your award. Smile for a moment, let everybody clap for you and recognize you. Then you're gonna walk over, there is a blue cross and tape. You're gonna stand there and get your photo taken, your most photogenic look. And then you'll depart down on the other side, same steps like this on the other side. So, got it? Okay. We'll guide you through if you forget, especially faculty. All right, so let us begin. We're going to begin with our awards for the School of Arts and Humanities. See our billboard up there? So today our presenter for the Communication Arts and Design Award will be Miss Melissa Balmonte.
Hello. I'm a little nervous and didn't realize I was actually going to be first. So this year's recipient is a talented senior who, along with all of her coursework, artwork, design work, has creatively elevated Lees-McRae athletics through her work, managing social media for the tennis team, interning for her own communications office, and dedicating her senior studio thesis in Omega to highlight student athletics from basketball, tennis, and cycling. This is a wonderful student, and I don't want to see her go. We've had a lot of fun together. This year's recipient is a Communication Art and Design Award, goes to Begum Gamosi.
The English Award will be presented by Dr. Silas Hayes.
Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Okay, so Giada Arisman could not be here with us today because she is currently snuggling her newborn son, Silas James, which is a great name. He was born over the weekend, and his due date was actually today, so it's a very auspicious couple of days here. And in typical Giada fashion, she emailed all of her professors with the announcement and let us know that she would try to be back in class by tomorrow. We, of course, told her, I think probably most of us told her she could take a little more time if she needs it. I think we'll all feel her absence in our classrooms. I was lucky enough to have Giada in my first literature class at LMC, and she is the kind of student that every teacher dreams of having. She is willing to take risks. She pushes herself to think deeply and creatively about the kinds of big and important questions that might not even have answers. And she tackles any challenge with the kind of gusto and enthusiasm that inspires me and sometimes makes me a little envious. She is the kind of student some professors might also fear because she will give you very honest feedback, and it's usually pretty accurate too. And it's a skill I have no doubt she honed as a tutor in the Writing Center. So if she explains to me why my study guide isn't really helping her prepare for the exam, I know I'd better get over my ego and listen, and yes, that is a true story. It astounds me that Giada has been as engaged and accomplished a student as she has, while also working in the Writing Center, in the library, as an RA, and volunteering her time as a wellness ambassador, a founding organizer of mentoring underserved students in excellence, and the list goes on and on and on. And somehow, this year, she managed to do all of this and give birth to a very lucky baby boy who already has a nursery with murals painted by his mama. Giada is graduating early, but thankfully we get her for one more semester, so let's all congratulate her in person in the fall. We are so proud of you, Giada, and we can't wait to have you back for one last lap before graduation.
So I might mention for everyone that we are also live streaming this event, so some folks may not be able to be here, but they will see their award being presented and what the wonderful words that our presenters have to say about them. So Musical Theater Award by Dr. Michael Hanna.
You can't say that we haven't asked the recipient of the Musical Theater Award to stretch his wings as an actor in the last 4 years. Just recently, he's performed in roles including Blind Librarian's BFF Shaniqua in The Toxic Avenger, Duncan the Murdered King, and a very scary assassin with very tight braided hair in our most recent production of Macbeth, the Scottish play. He played an old man in The Old Man and the Old Moon. He was an evil and sexist boss in 9 to 5, a milquetoasty accountant type love interest in Sweet Charity just last semester. And right now he's working on, we only have 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks of school left. And he is right now working on 2 different roles in a 1-act and in the production of the 26 Pebbles that's going to be going up at the very end of the semester. Some of these roles have required some very interesting hair choices. I have mentioned the tightly braided hair and some really interesting wigs. Shaniqua had some good hair. And he's always taken on these roles, no matter how strange they may seem to the rest of us. He's taken on these roles. No matter what we've required him to do or asked him to do, he's done it. He's done it to the very best of his ability. We've watched him progress through the 4 years that he's been here. It has been duly noted how much he has improved and come along in these 4 years. We've appreciated the work that he's done, and we're going to miss him, but we are proud to present the Musical Theater Award to Dustin Trafton.
The Theater Arts Award, Mr. Josh Yoder.
Hey, y'all. Like Dustin before him, our next award recipient, this stage he's no stranger to it. And if you've seen anything over the past 4 years on our stage, you've probably seen him. Everything from a dancing earthworm in James the Giant Peach to Tom, the poetic narrator of The Glass Menagerie, to our most recent production of Shakespeare's, I'll say it, Macbeth. Okay, hold on, theater people. If you have played the role, you can say it anytime, anywhere, and it's not bad luck. So, all right. This guy has an honor now, too. I'll just go ahead and say it's Turner Dean Hinline is a recipient this year. I have had the pleasure to direct Turner 3 times, and he is the type of actor that always comes in with ideas about how to play a role, but also is curious and open and vulnerable to trying new things. Vulnerability, I think, is a skill. It's a place that a lot of us need to spend a little more time in, and Turner has no problem going there and flexing that skill and flexing the skill of empathy as well, which I think is the actor's virtue. Turner's done just about everything in his time with us, from painting sets to designing the costumes, in large part for our production of Macbeth, in which he was also the lead role. We've watched him grow as an artist and person and leader. We're very excited to see what he does next. We're going to be sad to see him go, but we'll miss his energy, his dedication, his can-do spirit, and his humor. So it's my honor to present this award to Turner Dean Hinline.
The Order of the Tower Award will be presented by Ms. McLean Bell.
I'm happy with my one whoop compared to the theater people. I'll take it. So, as some of you may know, as a member of Order of the Tower, there are a lot of parts of the job that are very exciting and fun, and there are some other parts that are not as glamorous. Faculty and staff who are here today, you're probably very familiar with the open house 8 a.m. call time and how quickly that can come on your weekend. So, when a student is jumping up and down and raising her hand to volunteer to stand in Hayes parking duty at 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning, rain or shine, first, you take her up on it, and second, you feel grateful to have an OT All-Star on your team. This year's recipient of the OT Award is someone who is a shining light within our OT family and is always willing to go above and beyond. She's reliable and hardworking and passionate about building relationships with other students in OT. Watching today's recipient engage with prospective families and share her excitement and love for Lees-McRae is the highlight of any event day. I'm grateful to get to work with her, and I know her peers are definitely grateful as well. This year's OT Award recipient is Lady Baker.
From the School of Business and Management, our first award will be the Business Administration Award, and that will be presented by Miss Amy Anderson.
Hello and good afternoon. Hello. All right, come on, wake up a little bit. So, it's my honor today to be up here and present the Business Administration Award to a student who exemplifies the best of our program. This student has achieved the highest GPA among all business administration students for the senior class, and she is exhibiting a true testament to the dedication and passion of learning. Beyond her academic achievements, she has distinguished herself through her leadership and service, always uplifting all of those that are around her with her positive spirit and unwavering commitment to excellence. Hard work and personal aspiration have really earned her the prestigious next step, where she will be going and attending as a graduate assistant at the University of Tennessee, where she will further her studies with a master's in sport management. She was also begging me to tell her what award she was getting today so that she wouldn't be surprised. Surprise. This assistantship will not only cover her tuition, but it will also allow her to gain invaluable professional experience as she teaches as part of this process. Through her life experiences and personal journey, Olivia Davis is deeply committed to making a difference in every life she touches. She is a shining example of the kind of ethical and transformative leadership our program strives to cultivate. So please join me in congratulating Olivia Davis. Thank you.
The Business Administration Award for online students will be presented by Dr. Charlie Calvert.
Students, faculty, staff, friends, family, Dr. King, administration, it's with great pleasure to present the Outstanding Student Award for the Business ODL Completer Program to a remarkable individual who's shown extraordinary dedication, perseverance, and passion, Heidi Miles. Heidi completed her associate's degree in 2007 and made the decision to return to college in 2023 to complete her BAAS with us, a decision that speaks to her deep commitment to personal and professional growth. Professionally, Heidi has been with Pineland Telephone in Metro, Georgia since 2017, where she currently serves as the Sales and Marketing Coordinator. One of the highlights of her degree that I'd like to mention is that her internship opportunity, which allowed her to work with her current job and take on a special project. Her county, Candler County, is growing in population, and her company, Pineland Telephone, had a plan for this. Heidi wasn't just an observer, she was an active participant in the annual budgeting process and forecasting for the huge population growth that was really set to double in her county. This unique opportunity allowed her to contribute meaningfully to an aspect of the business that many students really only read about in books, textbooks. Heidi's ability to transition from employee to intern and to take on this special project showcased her skills and dedication, and it's no surprise that she excelled. Heidi's a pillar of her community. She's dedicated countless hours to organizations like the Candler County Animal Shelter, the Rotary Club, Chamber of Commerce, and her commitment to these causes speaks volumes about her character. She isn't just focused on her own success, but she's also trying to make a difference in her community. Her ability to work ahead, engage with her peers, and take on challenges with enthusiasm really made her the top student in her cohort. Her passion for animals is also evident, as seen in her visit to Lees-McRae this past summer, when she toured the Wildlife Rehabilitation Center and had an opportunity to pet snakes and watch the birds, and especially with the missing bat scare. I'm glad that Nina, the director, found it after she quickly scurried us out of the building. So we had a great time visiting when she got to come up. Heidi, you're an outstanding student, one of the best students I've taught in my career, and I wish you success. Congratulations.
The Outdoor Recreation Management Award will be presented by Mr. Rich Campbell.
Good afternoon. It's an honor to be here to recognize an outstanding student in the Outdoor Recreation Management program. The recipient for this award was in 3 of my classes in the fall, and she's always prepared and excited to be in class. Even the more challenging activity classes like trail running, which is kind of hard running up and down the trails in and around Lees-McRae. She's always such a positive member of the academic community, not only in my class, but in our department and at Lees-McRae in general, maintaining a 3.7 GPA. She also participated in some of the extended expeditions in our program and thrived in the challenging expeditionary learning environments that those entail. Putting her outdoor recreation management skills and certifications to good use, this student worked last summer as a children's camp counselor at Elk River Club and on campus part-time at Wildcat Lake. She also completed her internship this winter at Beach Mountain in a management position with the equipment and rentals department, oftentimes being one of the last people to stay at the mountain because every single ski and snowboard and boots and gloves and everything else had been rented out, and it was up to this student to make sure it got clean, organized, and ready for the next busy day. The recipient of this award is also a student athlete, including being on the academic all-conference team, and was a key member of the amazing season that the women's soccer team had last fall. Having lost a couple of very close games in early September before the hurricane, the Lady Bobcats got serious and made an incredible run for the rest of the season, not losing a single game despite being relocated for much of that time, and made a deep push to the conference championship where they just got edged out after a hard-fought battle. This student athlete epitomizes the work ethic, resilience, and dedication that was on display last fall as the Bobcats thrived in adversity, and she always did it with a smile. It is my honor to recognize Haley Lohman, the recipient of the Outdoor Recreation Management Senior Award.
Now we have the Sport Management Team, our award by Dr. Josh Pate.
Hello. I got to make notes. Usually I don't like to do that, but I had to today because we've got another soccer player to award for the sport management player. This is the ideal sport management student, and by that I mean they make good grades, they are active on campus, and they proactively communicate with their faculty members. This student is impressive in the classroom, but most importantly, especially in our discipline, the student is involved in the industry. We require practicum and internship experiences, and this is a student who went well above and beyond throughout her time here, working with student recreation here on campus, working athletic events on campus, going off of campus, hint, hint, and working with the Avery County Chamber of Commerce, working at Beach Mountain on multiple occasions, planning events, planning one of their biggest fundraisers of the year, and they are also actively working with STATS, Students Today, Alumni Tomorrow, and this student ironically put a pie in my face recently. They did help clean me up though. So throughout the journey as a student athlete, particularly on the soccer team, this student faced some adversity along the way, and I recall a specific conversation back in the day, where we were sitting in my office and the student was like, we were talking about some of these roadblocks that were in the way, and I just flat out said, I was like, sometimes your sport might not be your identity. Your identity may be something bigger, and so now's the time to recognize that. And this is a student who firmly recognized that. This is a student who is on her way to be accepted. Well, she was accepted into a graduate school program at the University of South Carolina, and it is a great honor to present the Sport Management Award to Kylie Dobbins.
Our next award is the Bridge Builders Award presented by Dr. Jason Jones.
Good afternoon. This year, we are honored to recognize Mr. Jason Lawleys for his exceptional service and dedication to our campus community. In times of both crisis and calm, Mr. Lawleys has consistently demonstrated a profound commitment to student support, especially during Hurricane Helene. He worked tirelessly to ensure the safety and well-being of our students, offering both guidance and reassurance when it was needed most. In his current role, he continues to go above and beyond, serving as a visible, approachable, and compassionate leader who prioritizes the student experience. Through his actions, Mr. Jason Lawleys has built strong, meaningful bridges between the classroom and the broader campus environment. His efforts have created a cohesive, supportive, and engaging community for all students, and we are proud to recognize him as this year's Bridge Builders Award. Mr. Jason Lawleys.
Within the School of Education and Social Sciences, the first award is the Criminal Justice Award, and apparently we need two of them to give this award out. So I have Mr. Derek Lale and Mr. Jerry Turbyfield.
So why are there two of us up here? Well, this job required some heavy lifting. We're actually giving out two awards this year, kind of an unusual circumstance. One of the reasons we did that is that we have a problem. We have a bumper crop of students this year that are just fantastic. As a matter of fact, we ran out of adjectives and superlatives when we were trying to describe them. We looked everywhere. We couldn't come up with the right words. Everything kind of pales when you compare to the job they've actually done. Honestly, these students, some of them were the best students we have ever had in my time here, which has probably spanned 6 years. And even Ms. Holman said that they were some of the very best that she has ever had. So
she's been here, what, 30 years?
Been here a long time, 15.
Sorry.
Basically, because of that fact, we told administration that we can't decide. We were able to narrow it down to the top two and said, from their freshman year, we dreaded making this decision because they were equal in many, in different ways, but yet somehow equal. They're both 4.0 students. They're both dual majors, both psych and criminal justice. They are basically, they're in the Honor Society, Alpha Phi Sigma. They're in Alpha Chi. You just can't say enough good things about the job they've done. One is a fantastic athlete. One is more in campus leadership. So, words?
Yeah. I have a quick question. Make sure everybody's awake and paying attention. How many of you here were born before 1990? Let me see your hand. Okay. You remember the Pizza Hut commercial from the mid-90s with Deion Sanders? It was baseball or football? And Deion said, both.
Yeah.
Was it offense or defense? And Deion said, both. Was it stuffed crust or meat lovers? And Deion said, both. So that's my inspiring words to you, is both. Yes.
So basically, one of the problems that this created for us, when you get so many, brilliant students, especially the two in particular that we're talking about today, it's broken the scale of excellence for us. It's changed everything as far as what we would perceive as excellence in our department. They set the bar extremely high, remarkably high for future students, as a matter of fact. And in addition, they're just fantastic human beings. So they've challenged us as instructors to improve, to get better, to do a better job. They devour our lesson plans, and we have to come up with more and more for them to challenge them. They've made us step up our game, so to speak, and they've helped us become better at what we do. So in no particular order, I'm going to talk about one of these students now. This person came to us as an athlete, as a champion cyclist from upstate New York. Basically, her story would be a story, in my opinion, of resilience. She has overcome so much in her life to go on and be successful. And psychology will tell you that developing resilience is one of the best things you can do in life because it will knock you down. It's how you respond to that and how you come back that matters. In her case, she actually had an accident with a bicycle versus car 2 different times. Had to have surgery and, metal implanted and everything of that nature, but she came back and eventually made it back to championship form. And I believe you said you saw a bicycle race she was in at Appalachian State, and she lapped her opponent the other day. Yeah. So again, that continues. She horribly, and she will tell this story, she's very open. She suffered abuse at the hands of a coach when she was younger. She went through the criminal justice system as a victim, which is a very tough walk, and she saw it through to the end and saw him punished for his crimes. So that showed tremendous strength and resilience on her part. She came back from PTSD that she developed because of this and has risen above it. And to the point, there's just not enough accolades, being a 4.0 student and being so accomplished in everything that she does. Basically, this person is the hero of her own story, and I think it continues to go forward. She is currently working on a book on how to, the investigation of childhood sexual abuse and how parents should handle that, how they should be aware of it, and how to advise their kids from her own personal experiences. And I think that's going to be a tremendous effort as she gets into that this summer. And the good news is we're not losing her from Lees-McRae. She's coming back in the fall in the master's degree program with Dr. Jocelyn Bond in Human Services. Her goal is to become a forensic investigator, interviewer, with child services in some manner, and to go forward from there, helping investigate these crimes and working to take something horrible that had happened to her and just turning into something positive. So her story is a story of resilience. We're very proud of her. Mariana Ronaldo.
other recipient once told me that when she first met me, she was afraid of me. I always thought that was ironic. And for those of you who know the inside story, I don't mean ironic because of that fight that I almost lost that one time. I know what you're thinking. No, she meant academically. I did not. And it's ironic because what I've learned is that when you see her on your class roster, it is intimidating. It means that you have to step your game up, no matter what the class, no matter what the topic, because she's coming for you. I struggled to find a single word to describe her. In fact, I polled all of my colleagues in hopes that they'd be able to narrow it down for me. Some of the words that we threw out were driven, consistent, dependable, adaptable, selfless, and so on. The word that I settled on is adept. It became clear that the reason that we were struggling was because she possesses so many qualities and so many skills that we couldn't narrow it down to a single word. For example, psychology degree or criminal justice degree? Yes. An impeccable student or college athlete? Yes. A ton of extracurriculars or campus service? Yes. RA or OT? Yes. Alpha Phi Sigma, Alpha Chi? You get it. Yes. This young lady even taught me that someone crocheting during class can not only grasp every single thing that's being said, but can somehow form a devil's advocate argument that is capable of making me stumble to kind of formulate a response to it. And we've learned that she's got a pretty mean right cross. I have no doubt in my mind that she's going to be scooped up by one of those investigative agencies with the alphabet soup letters across the back of their jacket, and she will be amazing. Why? Because she's adept. If Neely's mom's listening, as a parent of 5 children, I never feel like I get it right. And if my kids turn out half as outstanding as her, I'll call it a success. So to both Mariana and Neely, one more question. Super proud of you, or a little sad that you're graduating? The answer is yes. Congratulations.
All right, the Online Criminal Justice Award, Mr. Jerry Turberville.
You didn't quite get rid of me yet. I spoke with Dr. Waters today. He sent me an email, actually, and he asked me to, he gave me some words that he would like to offer for the presentation of the Online Criminal Justice Award. He said this student is from Polk County. She's the first in her family to go to college. She worked full-time trying to pay her way through college and live at the same time. And she's been able to do that in the online environment. She has worked very hard. His specific quote was, she has worked her tail off. She's achieved a 4.0. And she'll be graduating early because of taking extra summer classes. So she's done very well. He said she went through a lot with Helene. She, of course, was in Polk County, which was hit very hard like we all were. And said that her problem was internet. She was not able to get internet to do her online work. And she had to kind of like go around the county to find some place that had some semblance of internet so that she could log in, and she continued to turn in her work and figured out a way to make it happen. So without further ado, Miss Emma Bradley. I don't think she was able to make the drive up, so we will make sure she gets her award when she comes up for graduation.
The Human Services Award for Online, Dr. Jocelyn Vaughn.
Hello, everyone. I'm actually going to be presenting two different awards this afternoon. One is going to be for our undergraduate online human services program, and another one's going to be for our graduate online human services program. So I am pleased to present the Undergraduate Human Services Award to Trevor Wooten, a student who has demonstrated both academic excellence and a dedication to the human services field. Trevor began his journey in human services at Mitchell Community College in his hometown of Statesville, North Carolina, where he gained a strong foundation for service, completing an impactful internship at Piedmont Mediation. Since then, he has continued to serve his community with compassion and professionalism as a crisis worker with Daymark Recovery Services for the past 2.5 years. Trevor's commitment to learning and growth is evident not only in his academic achievements, but in his continued pursuit of specialized training. He earned a certificate in District Criminal Court Mediation in December 2023. With a clear sense of purpose, Trevor is preparing to enter the mediation field upon graduation, following what he believes is his calling. Please join me in congratulating Trevor on this very important achievement. Okay, for our Graduate Human Services Award, I'm excited to present to Caprice Pratt, a student whose academic excellence, leadership, and commitment to social change are truly remarkable. Originally from Kansas, Caprice has called Carteret County on the coast of NC her home for over 20 years. After a successful career in horticulture and landscaping, she brought her deep connection to nature into the human services field, where she now channels that passion into advocacy, healing, and community education. As a full-time advocate, Caprice facilitates support groups, offers direct services to survivors, and leads critical conversations around trauma and resilience. She also continues her work in horticulture and is currently pursuing certification in therapeutic horticulture, combining her two worlds in a very powerful way. After graduation, Caprice plans to launch her own nonprofit organization dedicated to providing nature-based interventions for women healing from assault. Please join me in congratulating Caprice.
We have the Psychology Award presented by Dr. Jim Carson.
Thank you, fashion lovers. I'm here to present the Psychology Award on behalf of my learned colleague, Dr. Hart, and myself. This year's winner hasn't been with us all that long and has come to us from far, far away. Not only an outstanding intellect, but a truly warm and wonderful person. Although I have to say, in her senior research, she's expressed an interest in the portrayal of the Joker character in popular culture, so deep waters. Anyway, this year's winner, Patricia Ricola.
Presenting the Special Education Award, Ms. Nancy Grider.
I am always honored to be on this stage, and believe me, it's always a surprise. But this year, we have an opportunity to truly recognize and honor a student that I think most of us do not even begin to understand. To leave home across the ocean, come to Banner Elk, North Carolina, not knowing hardly anybody, if anybody, not staying in their room, in the dorm, but getting out on campus, being so active, being a member, not just being a member of clubs, but actually creating clubs, teaching elementary age children how to do the dance of being a plant, from being a seed all the way up to dying, going back to the ground and being a seed again. The creativity, the enthusiasm, absolutely supporting every single person on this campus, whether you're an education major, special education major, or whatever. There's not words, except I admire you. You give me I'm an old person. You encourage me. You give me hope for the future. So please, let's honor Miss Beatrice Adams. And before I move on to our next special education online, Beatrice, B's mom, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You have honored us with the beautiful daughter, and thank you. Okay, so now, special ed's, we're unique because I get to honor the special ed online graduate this year. Those of us who are on campus, we have no clue what it means to be an online student. Y'all get to go to your dorm, go to cafeteria for food. You have a support group around us. Think for a second, you work a full-time job, you have children at home who are kids, they're demanding, they want attention. You have a spouse who wants to be fed. It's unreal, the amount of dedication and the amount of just plain old persistence that it takes to be an online student. And then when you have an online student who does all that and does a full schedule every semester, I have schools calling saying, can she come to my school? Her reputation within her own community is so brilliant. Her cohort supports each other beyond any belief, and she's always there. And I have always felt supported. When I make mistakes, yes, she points them out to me, but is so gracious about it, and I appreciate that. So again, with great honor and great appreciation, that I'd like to ask Ms. Sarah Mitchell to come up and receive the Special Education Award.
For the Teacher Education Award online, we have another duo, Dr. Gwen Schoaf and Miss Kimberly Simmons.
Good afternoon. Our first Teacher Education Award goes to a student who completed his studies in elementary education at our Surrey Community College distance learning site. He has consistently been a stellar student, always prepared, meeting deadlines in a timely manner. However, more notably, he always shows up for those around him. He has consistently supported his fellow classmates, either by being a friendly voice of reason and support, or sharing how to more effectively use technology or other resources in order to complete a task. Equally, he was always willing to show up when called to substitute teach or work in an after-school program because he knew the importance of meeting those needs in his local community. Finally, as a student teacher, he has supported his third grade students, always delivering lessons at the appropriate level to foster student learning and thinking outside the box on ways to help his struggling students. His love for his students and the teaching profession is evident to everyone he meets and is why he already has a teaching contract for the next school year. Congratulations, Mr. Seth Bowie.
Our next Teacher Education Award goes to a student who completed her elementary education degree in our online program this past December. And although Mrs. Robinson could not be here today, we want to share a few words about her. As a student teacher, Mrs. Ashley Robinson hit the ground running in August, prepared to do her very best to foster her fifth grade students to grow in math and science. However, when Hurricane Helene devastated her school and community, she quickly had to change roles from that of the teacher to that of a community caretaker for several weeks. Always concerned for her students' safety and well-being, she began to volunteer at a local distribution center on a daily basis in order to help ensure all students and families in her community were being cared for. I want to note here, too, that Mrs. Robinson's family suffered severe loss, and despite her challenges, she put her students and families first. When her school district reopened, Mrs. Robinson's school, Micaville Elementary, could not, which prompted students and teachers from that elementary school to be divided among two other schools. Although saddened by the loss of her school and the relocation of some of her students, she remained positive and loved on her students, demonstrating that teachers must always take care of their children first, and that sometimes curriculum can wait for the moment. A true testament of strength, resilience, and compassion. Congratulations to Ashley Robinson.
And now we have a special treat for you, a musical selection by the Highlanders, Astonishing. Thank you, Highlanders. That was beautiful selection, and we appreciate your service. There they are back. So we'll resume our awards with the May School of Natural and Health Sciences, and the first award will be the Biology Award by Dr. Meredith Bostrom.
Good afternoon. When I asked the other biology faculty for suggestions on who our recipients should be, the response was almost entirely unanimous. Senior Wiley Kendall was the student who most exemplified Lees-McRae biology. When I first met Wiley, he stood out as an academically strong student, consistently at the top of his class. His inquisitive nature is evident in the thoughtful questions he poses, driving deeper discussions and understandings in the classroom. Beyond his academic achievements, Wiley has been an active member of the science department and the campus at large. He routinely helps out around the labs, participates in college activities, and has served his fellow students through tutoring several classes, including everybody's favorite physics. What makes Wiley stand out is his passion for research and his desire to answer the larger questions in biology. I have every confidence in his future as a scientist. Recently, Wiley accepted a job with an environmental consulting agency in New Hampshire. His responsibilities with that firm will center on examining and documenting the health of freshwater invertebrates and fish communities throughout New England. I would like to conclude with a comment from Dr. G. Wiley's commitment to his personal growth and community impact exemplifies the highest standards of our institution. We commend his accomplishments and look forward to his continued success. It is my very great honor to present the Biology Award to Wiley Kendall.
The Exercise Science Award presented by Mr. Jordan Johnson.
This year, the Exercise Science Award is being presented to a student who has been an active participant in the classroom and in the Lees-McRae community. She's been a student athlete and was named captain of her team for her junior and senior years. And during this time, she was named to the Dean's List, President's List, and earned academic all-conference honors. Additionally, she has completed a minor in wilderness rescue and medicine and holds multiple certifications for urgent and emergent situations. In just over a month, she will begin her graduate training at Arkansas State University as she earns her Master of Athletic Training. Please help me in congratulating Ms. Jessica LaFlame.
The Nutrition Science Award presented by Ms. Sally Wimberly.
This year, the Nutrition Science Award is being presented to an absolute powerhouse of a person, both in the classroom and on the tennis courts. This award recipient has amazingly had a 4.0 perfect GPA almost every single semester she has been here, and layered on top of the fact that not only is she a nutrition science major, she has another major and a concentration and a minor, which means it's four degrees if you were counting. That means that some semesters she has taken upwards of 25 credit hours. It's crazy, crazy. In the words of her coach, she has made a significant impact on the tennis team. She's a trailblazer. She's been a major part of their second consecutive regular season championship, and during the 24-25 season, she claimed the Conference Carolinas Women's Tennis Athlete of the Week honors. I am so proud of this award recipient, and I'm certain she will make a huge impact in the field of dietetics. I am happy to present this award to Anita Ivanova.
The Pre-Physical Therapy Award presented by Dr. D. Medford Baker.
So like other departments, we were faced with having to choose between two students that there was really no way to distinguish. Both students are exceptional in academics, leadership, and athletics. The first student has been active in women's soccer. Women's soccer is crushing it. Order of the Tower, students today, alumni tomorrow, Dean's List every semester, President's List spring 22, fall of 24, academic all-conference every season. She has been accepted to East Carolina University's School of Physical Therapy. The second student has been active in men's soccer, being the Shope Award recipient and CASP recipient for 23 and 24, Fellowship of Christian Students Secretary, Order of the Tower Vice President, and Dean's List. He was recently accepted to Winston-Salem State University's School of Physical Therapy. So, Haley Damaris, AKA Des, and Thomas McComb, will you please come forward and receive your awards?
Pre-Veterinary Medicine Award. Dr. Sam Young.
I missed my clapping. Well, somehow we missed the memo on the two recipients because we've got a lot of good folks here. Before I get started, I just wanted to, before presenting this year's recipient for the Pre-Veterinary Medicine Award, I want to say congratulations to the entire class of 2025. Congratulations. What a truly crazy senior year you guys have been through. So, I also must say this decision was not an easy one. There are a lot of truly amazing students in this class that it physically pains me not to give this award to as well. You all know who you are because we've spent a lot of time together in the clinic, cracking jokes, learning on occasion, saving lives, and ending some too. But we're getting a little heavy here, so. All right, despite the difficulty, it is with great pleasure that I nominated this year's recipient. I've known this individual for the better part of 2 years now as a mentee, a student in 5 courses I've taught or co-taught, a clinical intern, a student mentor, a pet sitter, through various student-related club activities, field trips, farm calls. She was only one of 4 students to actually log into my online office hours during the evacuation time for Helene. It's honestly been kind of tough to get rid of her, but she just keeps showing up. For her VMCAS letter of recommendation, that's the application to veterinary school, I included this interaction and thought it was apropos for this occasion as well. But as a mentee, she approached me with how best to strengthen her vet school application. She already had years of equine experience. She had a lot of small animal practice experience. She was already handling the GPA quite handily, pert near 4.0. I recommended diversifying her vet-related experiences and attaining more leadership experience. Within a week, she reported back she had been nominated president of the pre-vet club and wanted to start setting dates and meetings for potential wet labs. She started a whole new club, mostly from scratch, our anatomy club, and taken on the role of president and picked her cabinet. She signed up to be a student mentor at the Wildlife Rehab Center, training her less experienced peers, and signed up for our wildlife clinical internship program to get more hands-on experience with wildlife with myself and Dr. Miranda. To say this individual is driven is insulting. By the time most of us are getting in the car, she's already arrived at the destination. She got a table and she's ordered. She's destined for great things, and I'm so excited to see what she does out there and hear about her next full years at NC State. Go Pack. Sorry. And I'm so excited to welcome her as a colleague. Please join me in congratulating this year's recipient for the Pre-Vet Award, the future Dr. Claire Buck.
Wilderness Medicine and Rescue Award, Mr. A.J. Zarnicki-Elwell.
This year's Wilderness Medicine and Rescue Award winner is a talented student who double majored in outdoor recreation management and wilderness medicine and rescue. While at Lees-McRae, this student was an athlete on the snowboard team where he competed at a high level and has been part of national championship winning teams, as well as named a USCSA Scholar All-American. At this year's Nationals at Mount Bachelor in Oregon, he earned 8th place individually and helped the team earn a 3rd place overall in that event. During college, the student put his skills to use at various local businesses, including Sugar Mountain as a ski instructor, High Mountain Expeditions, and spent a summer on the Akui River as a raft guide. They also are active with Linville Central Search and Rescue, as well as a member of the Beach Mountain Ski Patrol. On top of his work experience, he's also gained certifications from Swiftwater Rescue, American Snowboard Instructor Association, and earned his North Carolina EMT. It's my pleasure to recognize Aiden Gardner with the Wilderness Medicine and Rescue Senior Award. We look forward to having one more expedition with Aiden this May in Italy, and to hear about his future adventures in Alaska as a raft guide after graduation. Congratulations.
Wildlife Biology Award, Dr. Mike Osborne.
Okay, like many of these awards, the Wildlife Biology Award emphasizes a student of high academic achievement. But this award goes beyond that, and we also emphasize great enthusiasm for our discipline. And I cannot think of a better recipient in terms of enthusiasm. So this student, she was often one of the most excited students in my field-based classes, always super excited about insects, probably more than anything else, but also amphibians and reptiles, pretty much anything that crawls. You know, she was always excited to head out into the field day or night, rain or shine, you know, to catch snakes and salamanders, whatever we were into, she was always about it. And she has really grown in her time at Lees-McRae. When I think back to that first semester in Introduction to Field Biology, like where she grew from there, all the way to her last summer here as a senior in apicology, she has really progressed into a really experienced and really seasoned field biologist. And sometimes like her asthma might slow her down a little bit, but she takes her time and gets to the top of the mountain. And the whole time she's looking at all the animals, all the plants as she goes. And I have no doubt that she's going to be, an excellent wildlife biologist, ecologist, entomologist, whatever she wants to be, she can do it. And just a great example of how much she progressed while she was here, as soon as she finished her studies here at Lees-McRae and finished with her degree in December, she headed off to Vietnam for several weeks to help out on an amphibian and reptile survey. And so she sent me all these photos, these great photos of these really cool frogs she was finding, cool bugs, all kinds of great things, pictures of the food, just had this amazing experience. Even sent me pictures of the terrestrial leeches that she pulled off of her leg. So how hardcore is that, right? So she is definitely embodies what we look for in a wildlife biology major here. And just super excited to present this award to Maya Keller.
The Wildlife Rehab Award, Ms. Nina.
Oh, gosh, how am I going to follow all those great speeches? Last but not least. Well, ordinarily, anyone who knows me knows that I'd rather have a root canal than get up in front of the president and the entire school and give a speech, but this time it's different. It gives me great pleasure to have the great honor to give the Wildlife Rehabilitation Award to Abigail Shepherdson. I don't even know where to begin, but Abby, I want to talk to you directly, so where are you? Where? Oh, way back there, all right. So Abby, you are an amazing educator, outstanding at teaching the students and the public alike. I have such great pleasure and memories of watching you not only educate the public with your great attitude, but also teaching the students how to work with the ambassadors and the patients. You explain things to the students so in great detail and have gained so much respect from both students and staff alike. We are so excited that you're going to be with us this summer as a staff member to continue to mentor the students and lead them in all of the wildlife education programs. And then you get to pursue your career studying sharks. I love that. You are a skilled bird trainer and vital to our work in turning birds around from the traditional training to the new choice-based positive reinforcement techniques, especially Seeley, the barred owl, who really does not like me very much. She attacks me when I go in the cage. But the kestrels and other animals, you've really contributed to changing our whole procedures. And this is a big deal for us. And you've helped us move the mark forward in advancing our program. In fact, this training has affected Abby in certain ways in her behavior. I've often seen her eating her food and saying, "Good," between each bite. Good, good. You demonstrate great leadership when we went to New Zealand, always helping with all the heavy lifting and willingness to do whatever needed to be done to move us forward on a very complex, lengthy trip.
you know, you always did whatever we needed and was always helpful. At Hurricane Helene, we had, after Dr. Sam and Dr. Miranda and several others rescued the animals and brought them out from the center and got them to different places. I took half the animals at my home, and then Kelly Johnson took the other half at her home. Kelly! and so I operated without electricity, without water. It was kind of like camping out with Mike again. But Abby and her mom came up and brought a big carload of water, and really got us through. We didn't have water for 18 days or electricity, but Abby and her mom came up and brought that water, and we hauled it into the clinic, and it lasted all the way through the rest of the time that we didn't have electricity. In addition to that, you cleaned the center and prepared all the cages, got everything ready for the ambassadors to come back to Lees-McRae. Where did you learn all those carpentry skills? Is your dad out in the audience? But you repaired the caging, installed the lights, made them ready for all the ambassadors to return, and brought the ambassadors back. And sometimes you had put in 60-hour weeks, and that was commendable. One thing that you do that I just personally always appreciate is when you're done with your shift at the center, you always check in with me and ask me, Nina, is there anything else I can do before I go? I love that. Abby, you represent the best that wildlife rehabilitation community has to offer. You have spent valuable time at the center and Jonas Ridge working diligently with any animal that needs your skills. You always put the animal's well-being above all else, and I know that your dedication will take you far in this field. You are loved by students and staff alike. It is an honor to work with you, and I wish the best for your future. Thank you for choosing the Wildlife Biology, Wildlife Rehabilitation concentration at Lees-McRae, and it's an honor to know you and give you this award.
So we have a few more awards to give. The next set of awards are not school-specific. They are actually campus-specific, and again, the recipients have been nominated and voted on by faculty, staff, and students. So the first of those is the Fred I. Dickerson Awards, and they are given by Mr. Ed Winters. Masquerading as Dr. Robert Turpin.
Yeah, I'm glad you said the wrong name because probably people wouldn't have applauded otherwise. So, as the faculty athletic representative, I'm Robert Turpin. It gives me pleasure to present the Fred I. Dickerson Award. This is given to the female and male student athletes who have the top GPA at Lees-McRae College. This year we have a tie in the women's divisions. There are actually 3 athletes total. I'll make it fast. Like our first recipient, who is a cyclist for the Bobcats. She primarily competes in road racing and will graduate from Lees-McRae with a degree in criminal justice and psychology. She's been an outstanding student in the classroom after being recognized by Conference Carolinas in the Presidential Honor Roll for the past 4 years, and she's demonstrated a competitive spirit for our cycling program. Recently, she's finished second in the High Country Classic Road Race. Congratulations to Mariana Ronaldo. Our next recipient shares the honor with Mariana. This recipient is a cheerleader for Lees-McRae. She'll graduate with a degree in psychology and criminal justice with a concentration in forensic psychology. She has served as a back spot, a main base, and a top girl throughout her collegiate career. I don't even know what I just said. She was part of the back-to-back Conference Carolinas cheerleading champions in 2023 and 2024. Congratulations to Neely Maddox. Our last recipient on the men's side was recently named as a finalist for the Conference Carolinas Murphy Osborne Award, which is awarded to a student athlete in Conference Carolinas for excellence in the classroom and in their respective sport. This student will graduate with a degree in business administration and was named to the Academic All-Conference Carolinas as well as the College Sports Communicators Academic All-District in 2022 and 2023. The student has demonstrated excellence in the classroom and on the pitch after playing in 70 career matches for the men's soccer program. Congratulations, Jesper Jonsson.
The Student Government Association Staff Award, given by Ms. Kayla Barber.
Hi. As student body president, I get to do a lot of things aside from representing the student body, and presenting this award today is one of those many things I get to do. We present the SGA Staff Award to an outstanding staff member that shows dedication not only to their work at Lees-McRae, but also to the students that they serve. This year's recipient used to be a friendly face you'd see behind the grill every day in the cafeteria. You'd walk up, she'd greet you with a smile and probably already blurt out your order before you can even open your mouth. And we do miss her at the grill because now she's over on South Campus. So those of us on North Campus, we miss you every day. But I am so excited and happy to present this award to Ms. Sheila Thompson.
So the next award is the Faculty Academic Advising Award. The individual for the Faculty Academic Advising Award was nominated by a student and by fellow faculty. This individual is described as one who delivers reliable, consistent, and comprehensive advising to students, and who consistently makes himself available to students before and after class, during regularly scheduled office hours, and by request when students need assistance. A student shared, "My advisor takes time out of his schedule to fit you in and make you feel heard about scheduling concerns. He provides honest feedback to us. Dedicated, compassionate, and student-centered, I am pleased to say this year's Faculty Academic Advising Award goes to Mr. Benjamin Wayne." Not here? Okay. I'll do it in a minute. We'll go on to the next award. This is the New Faculty Award. The recipient of the New Faculty Award was nominated by a student and fellow faculty. The student shared, "I have been very lucky to have him as my math teacher the last 3 semesters, from statistics to calculus." Bet y'all don't know who this is. A very supporting and encouraging teacher that allows his students to grow in the math field. One of the very few teachers I have seen to be a consistent ray of sunshine at varying levels of courses with a variety of students. He has become a vital role for the Lees-McRae academics and math department, this is still the student's word, giving many students the perfect level math class if it's for difficulty or for a requirement. This math instructor should very much be considered for this award. I agree with this student in that as a second-year faculty member, this individual has restructured the math minor, has served on multiple committees, and as the student states, is a consistent ray of sunshine for us all. A faculty member wrote, "This individual has been solid and supportive since joining Lees-McRae to lead our math department and is always available to help students. Kind-hearted and generous of spirit, this New Faculty Award goes to Mr. Woody Madison." And now to present the Sullivan Awards, Dr. Lee Keene.
To all of our recipients and award winners today, thank you so much, and we're really so very proud of you. I get the honor to give sort of the largest awards at Lees-McRae as part of this special ceremony each year. We're lucky that we are members and beneficiaries of the Algernon Sidney Sullivan Foundation, which allows us to give 2 super awards each year, one to a member of the community and one to a student. And it's my honor to first present the one to a member of our community who is, probably the best way for me to describe this, a volunteer extraordinaire. And in the nomination for this, I thought the best, multiple people, I think there were 6 people that nominated her for this award. But the best was the nomination that came from Dr. Sam Young, our veterinarian, one of our veterinarians at the Wildlife Center. And I'd like to read his nomination because I think it perfectly encapsulates this person who we are honoring. I would like to nominate Shar Walker for the Sullivan Award. Shar has been volunteering at the May Wildlife Center since 2012, and in that time has worked a full-time schedule every week, aside from the winter months when she escapes to Southern California, her original home. Shar is an essential part of the center, and we would not be able to run without her dedication and assistance. Shar is our on-site maintenance crew. She fixes broken caging, installs perches, cleans gutters, defrosts freezers, patches mesh, troubleshoots broken electronics, to name just a few. Shar also acts as a veterinary assistant and rehabber, subbing to monitor anesthesia, feed baby birds, check in on new patients, and transporting new patients to us and to release sites. Lastly, Shar is our Chief Morale Officer. Her dry, sometimes inappropriate humor, calm demeanor, and general life philosophy is always available for a good coffee break. We love her dearly and hope that we are able to show her all of that with this recognition. Please join me in acknowledging Shar. Come down to the Wildlife Center sometime this summer and let her tour you around the Shar Shack, where she does her great work. Shar, thank you so much. Congratulations. Our next Sullivan Award is for a student, and unfortunately she's not able to be with us here today because of a prior commitment. But it's a student in our online program, and her name is Letitia Graham. Let me tell you the nomination that came for Letitia for this. Letitia is a graduating senior at Lees-McRae College. She is an online student who came to Lees-McRae from Central Piedmont Community College, and in spite of numerous challenges, she has been able to maintain her academics while working full-time with the Mecklenburg and Durham County Department of Social Services. During her time at Lees-McRae, Letitia has operated a nonprofit in Charlotte whose mission is to empower female youth living in underserved areas. Letitia has used what she has learned to enhance her skills in carrying out her mission throughout the community. She has hosted several youth summits and has given supplies to high schools whose students had a need. She has also been featured on radio shows such as At the Table with Patrick Cannon to discuss an event dedicated to providing mental health resources to youth in the community. She has also learned the importance of collaborating with like-minded organizations, working with other leaders, and with the importance of an active working board. Letitia has set an excellent example of what can be accomplished as a non-traditional student whose resilience did not allow her to give up. She will attend graduate school at Lees-McRae next fall, where she will also earn a master's degree in human services. Please join me in honoring Letitia Graham for the Sullivan Award. The Edgar Tufts Humanitarian Service Award honor our founder, the Reverend Edgar Tufts. And in many years past, this has been often called the Mr. or Mrs. Lees-McRae Award. This year we have a student recipient as well as a staff recipient. Our student recipient has already been honored here this afternoon as he won the Biology Award from our biology faculty. While I know this student really, really well, and I have worked to put together my own introduction of him, the introduction or the letter that Dr. Thorpe Halloran wrote nominating him for this award, I think was perfect. And while I won't read all of it, I do want to share some of Dr. Halloran's excerpts about our recipient. Obviously, you heard about his academic accolades earlier, but Wiley has been a fantastic student athlete throughout his tenure at Lees-McRae. He had a solid mountain biking career that was derailed by injury during his junior year. In the classroom, he carries a 3.8 GPA in biomedical sciences, currently one of the more demanding curricula at our institution. He has been on either the dean's or the president's list every semester for the past 3.5 years. While that level of academic execution is incredibly laudable, it is not the basis of my nomination. What sets Wiley apart from his colleagues is his vision. He currently serves as president of the Fly Fishing Club, has been a passionate advocate for all environmentally focused issues on our campus. Wiley has brought fly fishing films to campus, hosted raffles, and even led a Mountain Day live staking at an off-campus location. In the aftermath of Helene, Wiley solely organized a cleanup that partners Lees-McRae with multiple student chapters of Trout Unlimited, from college campuses across the Southeast United States. He did all of that without any faculty staff oversight. The Rendezvous a few weeks ago brought 75 plus members of various Trout Unlimited chapters to our campus, and those students over that weekend cleaned up over 10,000 pounds of trash from our waterways. My only regret is not spending more time fly fishing with this young man before he graduates and goes off to New Hampshire. Wiley Kendall, come forward and let us honor you. Just at lunch today, Wiley and I were talking about one of the local rivers has been stocked, and I promised him this weekend I'll give him a call and he and I are going fishing together. So I look forward to that, Wiley. The faculty staff recipient of the Edgar Tufts Humanitarian Award is a person that I would call, without a doubt, a Lees-McRae legend. I want to share with you what one of her colleagues wrote about her in nomination for this award. Exemplifies a life of service. She is one of the most welcoming individuals I have encountered at Lees-McRae. From the moment I started working here, she not only guided me through the technical aspects of my role, but also introduced me to the culture she has helped cultivate at Lees-McRae. Her commitment to service is evident in every interaction, making her a cornerstone of our community. Unselfishly gives of her time and talents. Her presence on campus is constant and unwavering. Sharing an office suite with her has given me the opportunity to witness firsthand her tireless dedication. There is never a moment where she is not actively working with students or faculty. Often she is on campus before I arrive and remains long after I leave, always striving to ensure student success. Her willingness to give of her time and talents unselfishly is truly inspiring. Shows a true openness and concern for others. Her genuine concern for others is evident in her daily interactions. She goes out of her way to advocate for our students, often helping them find internships and other opportunities. Her openness and willingness to assist anyone in need reflect her deep compassion and her commitment to the well-being of others. Displays a life of giving. She embodies humanitarian service at Lees-McRae College. Her actions consistently demonstrate a life of giving, whether through her work with students, her support of faculty, or her contributions to the broader community. Her dedication to service and her selfless nature make her a deserving candidate for this prestigious award. And I think it's appropriate to say that she's not only a fantastic friend and humanitarian, she is truly a friend to all God's creatures. Nina Fischester.
You have to dance it all the way across, just like Char did. The next award that we have is the Edgar Tufts Faculty Award. The recipient of the Edgar Tufts Faculty Award was nominated by fellow faculty members. This faculty member is highly engaged in and out of the classroom, having designed unique courses for science students that integrate academic coursework within the classroom and experiential learning activities within our community, our state, and our country. A colleague notes that students appear extremely engaged in his content and with his character and personality. He is always in good spirits and has a passion for the sciences and for the Lees-McRae community. Consistently, this person reached out to faculty, staff, and students in the aftermath of Hurricane Helene. He wanted to make sure that they had the needed resources during every phase of the recovery process. He communicates regularly with students, and he brings those student needs to the attention of those that are able to solve the problems for them, whether it be academic, housing, or employment needs. Leading the wildlife biology program this year, this individual has worked diligently to bring unity and cohesiveness to their unit. I am excited and I am honored to share that this year's Edgar Tufts Faculty Award goes to Dr. Thorpe Halloran. This final faculty award is always given with some mixed emotions. The Faculty Emeritus Award is presented to a faculty member who has demonstrated unwavering dedication and commitment to the college's mission and vision, and who is distinguished in teaching, leadership, and scholarship. The award and designation is given upon retirement of the distinguished faculty member and is voted on and is approved by the Faculty Senate. Dr. Ken Craig has dedicated 30 years to Lees-McRae College, thank you, Dr. Craig, as a professor of religious studies, leaving an indelible mark on this institution. His commitment extended beyond the classroom, where he served as chair of the Division of Humanities, dean of the School of Arts, Humanities, and Education, and director of the Honors Program. In addition to his administrative responsibilities, Dr. Craig remained a prolific scholar, authoring 3 influential books and 12 articles that have significantly contributed to his field. His excellence in teaching was recognized with the Alpha Chi Outstanding Educator Award in 2000 and the Edgar Tufts Faculty Award in 2008. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Ken Craig, whose dedication to education and scholarship, come on, come on now. I gotta get the last sentence in. I have to get the last sentence in because it's from one of your colleagues, whose dedication to education and scholarship have profoundly affected both his students and his colleagues, making him a deserving recipient of Faculty Emeritus status.
Every year I reserve the right to give a special award that we call the President's Award of Excellence. Last year I did this for the first time since my presidency began at Lees-McRae, and I felt it was appropriate this year to give a President's Award of Excellence to a very special local couple. And I want to tell you why that I've chosen to do that in this year. In the days after Hurricane Helene, I remember one of the first social media posts that I made talking about the aftermath and the effect on the campus and on the town. One of the things I said in that social media post was encouraging folks that were in my social media network, friends and family and others, to pray for local leaders. Because in the days following the hurricane, the local leaders, whether it was our leadership team here at the college or our leadership team here or the leadership team in the town or the county, were having to make decisions where there were no easy answers for those decisions that had to be made. And in the early days, in the aftermath of the hurricane, the leadership of the college and the leadership of the town of Banner Elk worked incredibly well together. In fact, in the first few days, we felt like we were completely alone and almost isolated, and we kind of joked that the free state of Lees-McRae was having a great formal alliance with the free state of Banner Elk because of, again, we were on our own and trying to solve leadership problems and leadership issues that had no easy answers. But I want you all to know that our very ability to be open again in the first semester was due in large part to the leadership of our town manager, Mr. Rick Owen. The devastation throughout the community, but the devastation down by the mill pond resulted in 2,000 linear feet of the town's sewer capacity that washed away. Contractors from other localities said it would take perhaps 6 months to repair that damage. But with incredible local leadership from great contractors like Mike Eggers and just determination from town leaders, that project was complete in about 3 weeks. And it allowed us, it was the very thing that allowed us to be able to welcome our students back on this campus. But Rick was not alone in his leadership through the community. His wonderful, loving wife, Nancy, was constantly by his side. But Nancy also, while Rick was running the town, Nancy coordinated relief efforts. She created convoys of relief supplies because things were overwhelmed here in Banner Elk with the generosity of supplies that were coming into our community. Nancy organized relief efforts going down into lower Avery County, into the areas that were hard hit. And in the weeks and months following the storm, Nancy has become a very important advocate and a member of working with a group called Elk River Helping Hands that is working to make life-changing impacts and financial gifts to families and members of our community that have been impacted by the storm. But I wanted our community together to be able to thank them and to acknowledge them and tell them how grateful we are. Rick and Nancy Owen, please come forward. I should have noted, and I apologize that I didn't, but Rick is not only our town manager, he is an alum of Lees-McRae. He had served as a member of our alumni board, and Rick and Nancy are also the proud parents of Hampton Owen, who is a student at Lees-McRae. So they are fully ingrained in the Lees-McRae community. Thank you very much for your leadership.
I want to take a moment just to thank all of you for your participation and your encouragement for our honors and our award ceremony and celebration this year. A lot of times when I get up in the morning and I hear that alarm clock, I'm like, oh, I have to get some coffee or I can't breathe. This morning, however, I got up before my alarm went off and I said, wow, this is the day we get to come and celebrate here at Lees-McRae. So I'd like to take one more opportunity to do that. If you are an award recipient, will you please stand so we can give you one more round of applause. Thank each of you for your dedication and your diligence and the models that you are leaving behind, the legacy that you are leaving if you are a graduate. If not, then we'll see you next year for some of you. There are several individuals and departments that I would like to express a special thanks to. Deborah Lowry, who's in the back, I know she's already in the, she is our event coordinator. She's in the Office of Academic Affairs. Lauren Els, Lynn Henshaw, Leanne Cole, and Miss Kathy Denblaker and the Highlanders. We couldn't have had this ceremony without you all, so thank you so much. We also thank Josh Yoder, Nat Davies for staging and for the lighting, and to Scott Koenig for our sound system, and Jason Els for our photography today. I would particularly like to thank you, President King, for your support and your encouragement for all of our academic support, for all of our academic programs. It is evident every single day how much you love these students, love these faculty, and love these staff, and love Lees-McRae. Thank you. And most importantly, I would like to thank all of our students and our faculty who are the heart of academic excellence here at Lees-McRae. So thank you all. Go enjoy the rest of your day. Show off those medals and awards. Thank you.